Carla, the crazy cross-stitch lady. Welcome to my craft room. This year has been a whirlwind and it's been a little rough, but I wanted to do a floss tube before Christmas because I did I haven't done the drawing, but I had some pieces that I wanted to give away last time, and so I want to go ahead and do that before everything in the season kicks in. So if you are a current subscriber, thank you for coming back. I really appreciate you coming to visit with me each time. And if you are not a subscriber, but maybe you saw my floss tube in the feed and you thought, crazy cross stitch lady, I'm going to check her out. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. There are things sometimes that I do in the videos that really show sometimes I'm a little on the crazy side. So thank you for joining me and coming into my craft room, and I hope you enjoy the visit. So if you haven't, if you'll please click that like button and hit the subscribe button and join our community, I would really enjoy that. I always like hearing from different people and knowing what your interests are, and just getting comments from everybody and just interacting with people in the community. So let's go ahead and get started. So I will give you a little quick life update because it's been a couple of months since I've done my last floss tube, and it seems like my floss tubes have been very spread apart this year, which it's okay. I would prefer to have more out, but you know, it is what it is. So back in January, my dad passed away after about a month in the hospital, and he was also in the nursing home for rehab and went back to the hospital, and it was just a mess, and said it was okay until it wasn't okay, and then things just went downhill really fast. So he passed away, and so you know, my brother and I have been helping my mom with that and all the paperwork that goes with it. So I think we finally got everything settled. We've got all the paperwork out of the way, things you know, it's closed, accounts closed, and you know, all the stuff that you have to do after someone passes away. So got that done, and things were going along okay, and working our way through the summer. And then we had 3 more of our friends and relatives pass away, all within about 6 weeks of each other. We had my dad's cousin passed away in the early fall. About 6 weeks later, we had a very good friend of my mother's pass away, and she also was connected to my dad's cousin's family. So it's, you know, it's all the family. And she passed away. And then about 6 weeks later, another family friend, a guy Dad worked with for many years, passed away. All of them, all 4 of these people were sick. They weren't well. And they were older people, but they've all passed away. So we've been living in funeral homes this year. So it's been a little bit much, but you know, life isn't all bad or all good. You all know this. And so there have been a lot of good things to happen too. And I want to talk about at least one of those things that happened not too long ago that really helped to lift my spirits quite a bit. So we'll talk about that too. But I think the first thing I want to do is, now I've kind of got you up to speed, and I'm trying to get myself back up to speed with my floss tubes so they're not so far apart. So I don't look like I've fallen off the face of the earth. But then I look at some other floss tubers, and sometimes theirs are a few months apart too. So guess I'm not doing too badly, although I don't really need to compare myself to the others and just need to do my own thing. But I'm so glad that you are hanging in there with me. I really appreciate that. So let me do my shout out to FlossTuber. I'm getting down to where I maybe have 2 or 3 floss tubes left right now that I'm subscribed to that I want to give shout outs to. And of course, if I subscribe to some more, then I will let you know about that. So this one is called Night Stitch. The lady's name is Veronica. She actually is an actor, and I think, and Veronica, please correct me if I'm wrong, I think she lives in Iowa. But she has some very interesting projects that she works on. They're very different. They're not samplers or anything like that, but she has done some full coverage pieces. She's done some other different smaller pieces. And so she has a wide variety of things that she works on that are very interesting. So if you would like to check her channel out, I will put the link to that below. And as I'm telling you this, I always put timestamps in my videos. So if you don't have the time or don't want to watch the whole thing, you can always click on one of those timestamps and it'll take you straight to the part that you actually want to really watch. So go over to her channel, give her a little bit of love, and so hopefully that will be something that you enjoy. But I thought I would just put that out there and let you know that she's out there, because with all the floss tubes that we have now, sometimes a lot of people get lost in the shuffle. And so, excuse me, still getting over congestion here. And that's another thing. But just go check her out if you will and see what you think. All right, so I'm going, let's see, I've got my current whips, which I don't know how, I don't think I've made a lot of progress on my whips because I've had some other things interfere, which are good things to interfere, but they've been interfering a little bit. So we'll talk about that. So I've got some whips and also have a little bit of haul that I wanted to show you. And then I want to talk about the retreat coming up, the second annual ranch retreat for next year. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the Jingle Ball. So I think what I'm going to do first is go over the current whips that I have and see if I can find a method to this madness, and I'll put them back in their little bags as we go, so it's not a complete mess over here, because I just cleaned up my table and I don't want to make it a mess again because I'm still having to clean stuff up in this room. So, all right, here we go. So the first one is one of my full coverage pieces. This is a photo conversion, and I used Pattern Maker for cross stitch to convert it, and I have titled this Log Cabin Legacy. This is being stitched on a, let's see, I'm stitching it on, I believe it's 16 count white 8. It's either 14 or 16 count white 8. I believe it's 16. And I haven't gotten very far on it, but here is what it's going to look like. And yes, I am going to stitch everything in here. All of the white border in there, the picture frame that's here, I'm going to stitch all of that in the sepia tones. So I'll have a mix of the black and white, sepia, and the color. And so this is my homage to Abraham Lincoln, who is my favorite president. And it doesn't hurt that we're from the same hometown. And he was not born in Illinois. He was born in Hodgenville, Kentucky. Now, he spent much of his younger life and his lawyer years in Illinois, and they like to claim him. And I think he did consider Illinois really his home because he was there for most of his young adult life. But we claim his birth. So there you go. So that one's going to take me a while because it's going to end up being about an 18 by 20. So this, all right, let me, I'm in the upper left corner. So that's where I've gotten. And for a long time, since this is a full coverage piece, it's going to look like I don't have anything done. If you've never done a full coverage piece, it is going to look like nothing is being done. Then all of a sudden, one day, it's like, oh, I can see a face, or I can see a wing, you know, whatever it happens to be. So I'm up here in this corner stitching on Mary Todd. So it's just all this right here, okay? All right, so that's that one. And I'm gonna put it back in here. I probably need to fold this. I think it'll go back in my bag a little bit better. and I'll show you my colors. There are over 100 colors in here. I forgot how many colors do I have? 186 colors. Yeah, that's, and even for full coverage, that's a lot. But here they are, all of my colors. Took me a while to pull this together, but there they are. So, all right. So I'm going to leave that sitting right there in front of me. I think that will work. All right, this next one is by Bad Stitch. It's called Pride Tea. Started this during June, which is Pride Month. I think it's cute. Haven't worked on this one very much. I'll show you my colors. I love the colors. They're so pretty. Of course, they're rainbow colors, obviously. But they're really pretty. And this is done, it's a 14 count chalkboard black. It's not a true black, but I'm enjoying stitching on it. It's a lot easier than the regular black, which I've tried before. So I did make some progress on this. So here's what this one looks like now. Let me see if I can hold it this way. There we go. So that's where I am now. And we're getting close to being done with it. I like it. Okay, the camera's being weird here. Okay, the way the light's shining, it's not really showing up that color very well, the charcoal color, but it's close to black, but there's a gray tone in it. And if you stitched on chalkboard black, then you know what I'm talking about. But it's very cool. I definitely want to stitch on charcoal black again. Charcoal, listen to me. Chalkboard black. I should know that being a teacher, right? Chalkboard black. So I think I'm going to try some other projects with this too, because it's just, it's very neat to stitch on, and I'm not having the difficulties that I did. I tried it on a regular black before. No, I may try it again. If I get used to the chalkboard black, then I may try on the regular black again. But even with a light under it and a nice light, I still was having a hard time finding the holes. Of course, with my eyes the way they are, it's not shocking. All right, this is my second full coverage piece, which was also a photo conversion. This was done with PC Stitch. And this one is called Buster and Brown Eyes. This one has 44 colors in it, so I'll show you the colors. And this one is a black and white. So you can see there are more than, I mean, it's like, why do you have 44 colors for a black and white picture? But of course, you all know, and especially if you do full coverage, excuse me, you know that there's a lot of little variations that go along with it. So this is it. This is a still shot from the silent movie Go West. And that's Buster Keaton. He is my favorite actor. And of course, I love cows, so I love that movie. So I am doing that, and it's on a 16 count white Aida. I've never used PC Stitch before, and so I'm a little nervous because I haven't quite seen a face yet. Oh, wait a minute, I'll put that back too soon. So I've made some progress on this one. I don't know if I can find where it is. Okay, forgive the floss that's still hanging on there. Let me flip this around here. It's a lot of fabric to deal with. I'm sorry for the coughing. I'm trying to fight this congestion. It's almost over. Okay, so here's where I am. Okay. And I may have to stop the video for a minute. So I'm up in this corner right here where it's getting the wall and the hat. Okay, so that's where I am. right, hold on. All right, sorry about that. I don't have a pause button on my camera, so I'll have to do some editing, but my mouth gets really dry, my throat still gets dry, and so I start having my coughing fit. So I have my trusty jug of water, and I got a cough drop in my mouth, so we're going to keep going. I don't feel bad. It's just still some congestion, and I don't sound as nasally as I did before. It's clearing up, but it's just taking a little while. Like it's taken a little while the last few times I've been congested, because you know I get tired and my immune system gets run down. So anyway, we're ready to go again. So sorry about that. So let's see if I can get through the rest of it. Okay, so the next one is Fall Harvest. And this is from It's So Emma, it's Fat Quarter Shop. It's one of my stitch quarterlies. In fact, I should have another one coming pretty soon I can show you next time. So thought that was cute. And this is on, let's see. It's a 14 count Aida by Fabric Flair, and it's called Autumn Splendor Sampler. This is the name of the fabric. And then these are my colors, and I got them on my little cute pumpkin floss drops, which I still make my own floss drops, but I like these plastic ones. So, and I think, I haven't tried it, but I think you can take alcohol or something and wipe the numbers off and use them again. And so here are my colors. Nice autumn colors. And here is where I am right now. Let's see if I can hold it up. So that's where I've gotten a little more done on my basket. And now I'm working on some of the vegetables that are in there. Okay. That's a little hard to hold up. Okay, there we go. I love the fabric on there, the words, and so it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And it's a nice, simple kind of stitch. So I have been having fun with that. And my nice big bag that it comes in. All right. All right, we'll see if I can survive this. All right, just got, I think, a couple more whips. All right. This episode's probably not going to be super long, because honestly, I don't need to be talking for a really long time, because it's just a little bit much. All right, so this is my Barn Sweet Barn Sal 2023. And this is from Fat Quarter Shop. It's So Emma. There's the pattern of the star. And so they have, each month you have a lighter color and a darker shade of the same color in white. And so I'm currently working on March. All of these are done on a 25 count white Lugana. So here's what I currently have on the March star. No, April star. Yeah, got March done, so April star. And I like it, of course, because it's purple. And I'm using these colors, these DMC. So those 3 colors. All right, let me get a sip. Okay, and you can imagine how rough it is trying to teach with this. Whew. Oh, oops, my colors just went flying on the floor. Oh. All right, this is from Rosewood Manor. It's called Blue Rhapsody. Okay. All right, so this is done. I'm actually doing purple. I'm doing a purple sampler wall, and this is on a 14 count. It's called Anything Else. It's an opalescent, excuse me, opalescent Ada, and it is by Mystic Fabrics. I got a little more done. Okay, and this is where I am. I'm doing 2 colors of purple. Okay, which just dropped, so I'll pick them up in a little bit. Okay. All right, there's that. And that will work for my whips, and whips are done. Okay. All right, that's it for whips right now. So got a little more progress done than I thought. Okay. So let me talk about my ranch retreat, and I will talk about that here in just a minute. I'm going to pause again, and I'll just splice all this stuff together so it runs together. All right, here I am again. I hate it because I don't feel sick, and I'm not, you know, I'm just a little congested. That's all it is. But it starts building up, and then I cough and I sound like I'm about to die. And I promise you, I'm not about to die. I'm fine. But I'm sorry that you've had to listen to my coughing. So I'm hoping that's not making people go, oh my gosh. So anyway, let me go ahead and do my last 2 things here. So back in September, we had the ranch retreat that was sponsored by Rocky Run Ranch General Store. And Meredith Weedman is the owner and operator of that. And so she hosted her first retreat. And Lucy Bean was the guest designer. So we got a pattern called Shelter Sampler that was specifically made, of course, for us. And this is what it looks like. Got a fall thing going there. And this is stitched, excuse me, it's that dryness in my throat is what it is. It's crazy. So this is 36 count small potatoes. And this is dyed by her daughter, Megan from Lappin' Loops. Very pretty fabric. Wasn't sure if I could do the 36 count, but I'm actually doing okay with it. And I bought a Halo Go light, and that thing works very well. So with, excuse me, with that magnification and with the light, I'm actually doing pretty well on this 36 count. It's 1/2. And this is a mix of, let's see, mix of Gentle Arts and DMC. And so here are the colors. Okay. And she made our little floss drops for us. And I've started in the middle on this one. And so here is where I am. And so I feel like I'm doing pretty well with it. It's not this, okay, let's see. That is more true to color right there. Okay. Okay, so that's that one. And we have a challenge to see how many of us can actually get this finished before next year's ranch retreat, which we already know we're going to have another ranch retreat. It's going to be like a week earlier than it was this time. But I'm going to give you information about that retreat. And then I will also post it down below. Okay, so This next year's ranch retreat is going to be at the same place that it was this time, Center on Main in Litchfield, Kentucky. It's going to be September 19th, 20th, and 21st. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I don't know at this point how many spots are still available. If you want to go to the retreat, then I'll have contact information listed below where you can contact Meredith to see if there are any spots still open if you're interested. Cost is $325. There is a $50 deposit due. And so if you do want to register for this, you need to message her. It's Meredith Weedman. You can do it through Facebook or Instagram, either one. She accepts payment through PayPal, Venmo, or check. Payment is due in full by July 31st. So, excuse me, you can pay in increments, which reminds me, I need to give her some more money myself because I do plan on going to that retreat. So now if you decide you want to set up as a vendor, then also contact her through there and tell her that you would like to be a vendor at her event, and she'll give you more information then. Lucy Beam is coming back, as well as Lap and Loops, and they'll have patterns and they'll have their fabric there to sell. So what you get is you'll get, she's going to create another exclusive retreat kit like she did with ours, and she made these bags to go with them. She did a really good job with it. A make and take craft. There will be door prizes, and you'll get a little goodie bag, and then she had all kinds of snacks and beverages, and there will be a continental breakfast on Sunday. Okay, so I'm gonna, let's see. Okay, so cancellation policy. If you cancel before July 31st of 2025, there will be a 100% refund. If you cancel before August 31st, there will be a 50% refund. And then there is no refund after August 31st because obviously retreat's only 2 weeks away at that point. So I'm going to put her contact information up here as well as the address. If you would like to screenshot this, if that makes it easier for you, then I will hold it up here long enough for you to take a screenshot. And like I said, I will also have the information in the description box below. So let me hold this up here where you can screenshot it. Okay, now I'm going to hold this closer. There's the address. And then here's her contact information. Okay. So hopefully, and of course you can always rewind the video and screenshot, but hopefully that was enough. All right. Excuse me. Okay, so speaking of, I did of the retreat, Meredith graciously donated some patterns so that I could give those away. So I do want to thank Meredith at Rocky Run Ranch General Store for donating these 4 patterns. I had 3 people in the comments who replied that they wanted the patterns, and all 3 of them wanted all 4, which I don't blame them one bit. So to do this, I had my husband draw where all 3 of them got at least 1, and then 1 person got 2. So I let my husband choose it all so that I was not involved in it at all, just so you know. All right, so I'm going to announce the winners of the drawings. The first one was by Hands On Design, and it's got a pin mini in here, and it is called Gather at the Table. This was the pattern. And the winner of this one is Janet R. Cross Stitch. So Janet, you have won this one. So if you will email me, I am crazystitchlady@outlook.com. I will also have my email down in the description box below. Please email me and give me your physical address so that I can mail this to you. I will get it out to you ASAP. All right, second one is a Lucy Beam design. This is Friends Are Flowers. So this was the second one. And this one was one by Denise Gray. So Denise, if you will please email me so I can get your address so I can get this to you and you can start stitching on your lovely pattern. And then this is Kathy Barrick, Cookie Cutters 1. And this one, that's what that looks like. And Teresa Chukle is the winner of this one. So congratulations, Teresa. If you will please, I think I still have yours from last time, but if you, just in case, if you will go ahead and email me, please, and give me your address, I would appreciate that. And then, excuse me, Kathy Barrett's Cookie Cutters 2. That's what this one looks like. And then the winner of this one is Janet R. Cross Stitch. So Janet, you were the lucky one to get 2 of the patterns. So again, congratulations to Teresa, Denise, and Janet. So if you 3 ladies will please email me. If you will email me, and then by the time I do my next FlossTube, which might be, who knows, 3 years from now, the way things are going. If I don't hear from you by then I will put these up for a drawing again. So please email me and let me know your address and say hello to me, and we'll chat for a little bit. And congratulations. I love giving away stuff. It's awesome. Awesome. All right. Now, the last thing is I want to talk about Jingle Ball. Okay, so I had not heard of Jingle Ball until, let's see. It was a few months ago. One of the ladies in one of our stitch groups had posted about Jingle Ball, and I'm like, what is this? Well, it's sponsored. It's an online cross-stitch retreat sponsored by Lindy Stitches. Many of you out here may have been to, they've had 3 now. So you may have gone to all 3 at this point. But I had not heard of it. And I was like, oh, well, I know Lindy Stitches. I had not been watching her videos. I wasn't subscribed to her channel, but I knew about Lindy, and Lindy Stitch. Stephanie Webb is the designer at Lindy Stitches. And I had seen her, I'd seen her videos before. But I had not seen when she started doing the Jingle Ball. And so I was very curious, and I decided I'm going to sign up. Well, the registration fee was $10. I thought, I'll sign up. This will be interesting. And it was awesome. They have it set up where if you're not familiar with it, you get a link to go into the event. Beforehand, you can sign up for classes. There are 12 designers in all who are involved in this, and they all offer classes where you can get the pattern for whatever project it's going to be, and then they have the class during the Jingle Ball to show you how to put it together, how to finish it. And you can do that, or you don't have to do any classes at all. You can go to the main ballroom where they created 7 hours of entertainment. They showed, some of the designers showed some of their favorite dishes and showed how to make them. Some of them were, they did like a little dance off. I mean, just anything and everything. And they had some Christmas music interspersed between. I mean, if you only went in to watch the entertainment, it would have been well worth the $10. They also had stitching groups that you could hop into, kind of like individual Zoom meetings that you could just hop into and talk with other stitchers. You could go in with camera on or camera off, microphone on or off. So you could choose how involved you wanted to be, or you could go in and lurk around and no one would ever know you were even there. All of the designers also had little online shops in there where you could go in and you could buy patterns. They had special exclusive Jingle Ball patterns that won't be released to the public until probably a year from now, many of them were saying. They also have the bauble ornament book. So each designer created an ornament, and you can buy that book, which I did. I haven't got my book yet, but I did order it. And so I'm looking forward to getting my book. And it was just, I have to say that Friday night is when it started. So I went out, had dinner with my mother like I always do. I came home and I put that on. I knew I was going in a little bit late. It didn't matter. You go in and out as you need to. You don't have to be a slave to the computer all weekend long. So very free flowing event. Excuse me. And so I went in there and I took my laptop and I put it on one of our bar stools, scooted it over by the sofa, and I just sat back and I stitched, and I thought, I'm just gonna watch the entertainment right now. My class isn't going on yet, and I'm just gonna do that right now. I haven't been that relaxed in a long time. I didn't realize just how tense I was walking around with all the stuff that's been going on. And it was just so relaxing. And I just really enjoyed it. I thought this right here is worth the $10. But they also had a lot of the designers. All of them did a meet and greet, which the way it worked was they had their camera and they came on and they would start talking to us and we could comment. We didn't have cameras on or anything, but there's a comment box where you can comment, you can ask questions, and they would interact with us that way. And I just enjoyed listening to them talking about, answering questions and talking about how they came up with some of their concepts and, just stuff like that. And you got to see them in their homes and just as people. And it was really neat. It was just a really neat experience. So if you have not ever attended the Jingle Ball or didn't know anything about it, I will put a link to Lindy Stitches. I'll put a link to her FlossTube below as well. So you can go there, and she's got Jingle Ball videos in there so you can get a feel for what was going on. Well, I did sign up for one class, and it was Tiny Modernist. That Cheryl McKinnon is the designer at Tiny Modernist, and she had a gingerbread house class. So I thought, I want to learn how to make a little house. And so this is what it looks like. Isn't that cute? I love that. I thought, if I can learn how to do this, I can learn how to make other little buildings as well. Maybe just go out on my own and make a little building. Well, this is exclusive to the Jingle Ball. So this is probably not going to be on her website. It probably won't be offered for a while, but she has 4 other buildings going on. So I imagine this is going to be released. If it's not already released, it's going to be released at some point. There we go. So I did not buy the kit. You have a choice. They have like so many kits where they supply your fabric and your floss and just everything, and they ship it to you. Or you can do the PDF only class. They send you the PDF and you come up with your own supplies. So I thought, I want to be able to choose my own fabric and do that. And it was cheaper. Well, the kits, they were sold out pretty quickly. So if you want a kit, you have to, as soon as tickets go on sale, you got to jump in there. And in fact, there was a little fiasco when they went on sale. It's like they broke the internet. I think there were over 700, I think she said 700 people trying to get on at one time, and then nobody could do anything. So the tech people had to go in and fix it. They will go through a platform called Excel Events. And so I didn't have to worry about it because the PDFs don't sell out, for obvious reasons, but the kits do. And so I thought you had to buy your ticket within a certain amount of time. So I was trying to get in there, and then I realized, no, you can buy your ticket later if you need to. And since I was only getting the PDF, it wasn't going to sell out. So I was okay. But yeah, it was quite the like Black Friday after Thanksgiving kind of thing. It's funny. Very funny. Well, I found this 14 count, no, sorry, not 14 count, 28 count gingerbread Lugana. Very pretty. And it's by Picture This Plus. And Picture This Plus has, I didn't realize this at the time, but they are known for a tight weave. So sometimes 28 may not quite be 28. This one is a true 28 count, but it's a little bit difficult to find the holes sometimes, but that's okay. I mean, I'm doing all right with it as long as I've got good lighting. But I've got one side of my house. I didn't get mine done before the Jingle Ball. A lot of people did. I'm like, I'm a working stiff. I can't get this done. But I did get one side done, and I've started on the other side. Now, she has, Tiny Modernist does a lot of back stitch. And I decided I didn't want to do that. I did a little bit, but you can see there's a lot of back stitch in that. So I didn't want to do all of that. I did a little bit. But here is my first side. Let's see. Yeah, that's about true to color. I love how the colors pop on this. And see, doesn't that look okay without back stitch? I mean, let me know. I just want to know if that looks fine without the back stitch. I did the little curly Q things up here. So I did those with back stitch, but everything else I just left it. So I think it looks okay. But just let me know if you're like, no, you need to be doing some back stitch. Just let me know. And then I got a little bit done on one of the sides. It's cute. I just love it. So I didn't get a chance to actually watch her class when she was teaching it, but you get access to it for 30 days. So I think I'm going to do some intense watching after school is out. We have to go through next Friday, but then after school is out, I'll have a little bit of time to intensely go back in. I can go back into Sullivan's and watch my class. And so I'm going to do that and take some notes and learn how to put this thing together. And she gives you instructions in the PDF as well, but I want to watch her do it. And so I will get to see her put it together. But I'm very excited, and I really like the way the colors pop on this. Oh, I didn't show you the colors, did I? Well, so these are all DMC colors. Look at that. Aren't they pretty? They're Christmassy and they're bright, and I just love them. They're pretty cool. So I really like the way they are showing up on this gingerbread fabric. I love this gingerbread fabric. It is awesome. Awesome. Okay, so there's that. And so I'll keep you updated on my gingerbread house progress. Now, I did buy some patterns, and they also, a lot of the designers will also have small little free patterns in their shops. So I wanted to go into every single one of their shops to at least get the free pattern. And then I did buy, I think there was one that I bought a paper copy of, and it hasn't come in yet, and my bauble book, so I'll have to show you those later. And so I'm going to show you some of these, and I don't remember some whether they were free or not, but I'll just tell you, you know, some of these are older patterns too that are already in their shops, but I just hadn't seen them before or wasn't familiar with them. So this first one is the Jingle Ball 2024 Ornament, and this is what this was the freebie. So that's what this looks like. Aren't they cute? I just like them. They're cool. So that's those. So that one was free. And then I got some Teresa Kogut stuff. This one is called Santa's Friends. And yeah, okay. So Santa's Friends. I thought that was cute. And then I got, this is called Our Favorite Elf. It's one of her Santas. And then this one is called Holiday Stroll. And I really liked this one. All of these are Teresa Kogut. Okay, so there's that one. Santa and the reindeer are moving on, aren't they? Now, this one is Hello from Liz Mathews. It's called Joy to the World. I loved this pattern. Okay, let me show you this one first. Look at those birds. I think they're gorgeous. And then here's the companion piece. Just to make sure I'm, okay, yeah. There's the companion piece. I love that one. And then this one is, also all these are Hello from Liz Mathews. This is called Merry and Bright. I think that's cute. And you can, take the individual ones, make them whatever color you want, and then you can add them as embellishments on things if you want to. This one is Merry Christmas 2020. So this one is an older one. I like the font on there with the letters. So I thought that was cute. Nice little ornament. And this one is, she did a collaboration. Kathy Barrick is her mom. So Kathy Barrick and Hello from Liz Mathews did this one called Holly Wreath. I love this one. This one is gorgeous. Okay. I don't want to jinx myself, but it seems like my coughing has settled down a little bit. This is from Tiny Modernist, and this one is called, what's the name of it? I can't, I think it's called Fox and Globe. Fox and Snowglobe. The title went somewhere. I know it's got a title, but I can't remember because the name's not on here, so I can't remember what it's called. But there it is. I thought that was cute. And Tiny Modernist has a lot of free patterns on her website. She's very generous with patterns. This is also Tiny Modernist. It's called Nordic Ornament Tree. The finish, trying to do a finish on this will be interesting. That was cool. Okay, and then I haven't owned any patterns from Satsuma Street. Jody Rice is the designer. She's a very interesting lady. I loved this one because my husband is Jewish. He doesn't practice Judaism now, but he grew up Jewish. And so this has the star on here and the menorah, and it's got the colors, and it's called Peace and Light. This is really cool. Look at that. Isn't that neat? Now, what I love about her patterns, and I can't show you this, of course, she gives you a page that has the entire pattern on there. It's in color, has the whole pattern on there. Then she breaks it up and she enlarges the pattern for you and gives you the enlarged pattern for those of us who really like to have larger patterns to look at. So I thought that is so nice of her. I'm going to have to contact her and let her know how much I appreciate that. This one is also Satsuma Street, and it is called Winter Welcome. And I just love the little birds in the house on this one. And I thought that was pretty cool. And so other than those two items I mentioned, this is my haul. from the my haul from the Jingle Ball. Yes, I love it. I love the rhyming. That's the English teacher part of me coming out. Okay, and then last thing, now that we have survived my coughing fits, and again, I am so very sorry that you had to listen to that. I would record this again, but I don't think I want to. I don't think I can deal with that. So, it is what it is. My crazy craft tip. And this is for all of us. Don't compare your stitching speed to others' stitching speed. I have been guilty of this myself. I am a slow stitcher, and there's nothing wrong with that. Some of you will stitch faster than I do. Some of you may stitch more slowly than I do. It's all okay. And especially some of these people who you feel like they're finishing stuff all the time. And sometimes I'm like, gosh, I wish I could get more stuff finished. But here's the reality. I'm still working full time. Sometimes I'm lucky to get 30 minutes of stitching in one night. And that's not a whole lot. But it's okay. I get some stitching in and it makes me feel better. And that's the point. So you don't worry about your stitching speed. If you feel like you're too slow, focus on why you stitch and just focus on the process of stitching and just really enjoy it. Even with people who finish a lot of things, I guarantee you they've got some whips there that probably haven't been touched in 10 years. A lot of people have that. So you do you. You're the boss of your own cross stitch. I'm the boss of my own cross stitch. This is our hobby. We need to enjoy it. And if we're comparing ourselves to others, it's going to be hard to enjoy it. So we need to remember what the point of this is. So just a little reminder from me to you and a reminder to myself, it's okay. It's all good. It's okay. So with that, be creative, be blessed, and I will see you later.